Good morning, guys. How are you today? Today's lesson is metric units of length, lesson number 12.6, page 493. As you can see from the title of our lesson today, we're gonna talk about metric units of length. Means we talked before about units of length, but we talked about customary units of length. Now we're gonna talk about metric units of length. Okay, metric units of length, it's like the one that I have on my ruler here. Don't know if it's gonna be clear now. Now I have centimeters, as you can see. I have centimeters. Now, in metric units of length, I don't have only centimeter. I have meter, I have decimeter, I have centimeter, and I have millimeter. What is the relation between them all? Okay, let's start with the relation between centimeter and millimeter. Some of the rulers that you have, I don't have it here actually, but some of it, you will have small dashes between 0 and 1, between 1 and 2, between 2 and 3. If you count these dashes, you will find it 10. To move from 1 to 2, you will find 10 dashes. Okay, so each centimeter consists of 10 millimeter. So here I'm gonna start with the last one. 1 centimeter is how many times as long as millimeter? 10. Okay, uh, next one is decimeter and centimeter. Okay, what is the relation between them? From 1 till 10 centimeter, it will considered as decimeter. Okay, so 1 decimeter is how many times as long as centimeter? 10. So 1 decimeter is 10 times as long as a centimeter. 1 centimeter is 10 times as long as millimeter. Now, 1 meter is what? How many times as long as decimeter? Yes, it's also a 10. So 10, 10, 10. Have you noticed a pattern? We have a pattern here. What is this pattern? Can you describe it? Each metric unit is 10 times as long as the next smaller unit. So it's 10 times as long as the smaller unit next to it. So I'm gonna say each metric unit is 10 times as long as the next smaller unit. Okay, here in number 1, draw conclusions. Compare the size of 1 meter to the size of 1 centimeter. Use your meter stick to help. Okay, guys, I don't have a meter stick. And here, it's obviously he wants me to compare between meter and centimeter. And we said that we can compare between two different units. So I will need to convert meter into centimeter. But how? I'm gonna do this. Of course, I will have a trick for you to convert from meter to centimeter and actually to convert between any metric units. Okay, let's imagine that this is your left hand. Okay, okay, it's your left hand. I will ignore the first finger. Here I have meter, here I have decimeter, here I have centimeter, and here is millimeter. And between each space, each gap I have here, I will write 10, 10, and 10. Now here he wants me to convert from meter to centimeter. Okay, let's have a draft here. 1 meter equals how many centimeters? Okay, between meter and centimeter, I have how many gaps? I have two gaps. So I have two zeros. I have here a zero and I have here a zero. So I will multiply by two zeros. Two zeros only? No, I will multiply by 100. So 1 times 100 equals 100. So 1 meter equals how many centimeters? 100 centimeters. So what I'm gonna write here? I'm gonna write 1 meter is 100 times as long as 1 centimeter. Okay, Miss, I can't understand what you are saying and how I convert from meter to centimeter. Okay, open the next page and I will tell you how I'm gonna do. I did it and I will explain it again. Okay guys, step by step, let's read our story problem first, or the question that I have here. Compare the size of 1 meter to the size of 1 millimeter. Okay, first I'm gonna draw my hand. Okay, I have 5. No, it's ugly. Now here is my hand. I have meter, decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter. And what I'm gonna write between them in the gaps? 10, 10, and 10. Now, he wants me to compare between meter, 1 meter, and 1 millimeter. So, how many millimeter? Okay, 1 meter and 1 millimeter. Okay, between meter and millimeter, I have how many gaps? I have 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 zeros. So let's write 3 zeros and 1. So I'm gonna multiply 1 times 1,000. It will give me 1,000. Now, who can tell me what does it mean? It means that 1 meter is 1,000th times as long as millimeter. Okay, now it starts to be clear. So let's move on to the next exercise and I will explain it again. From the previous two exercises, you noticed that I can say 1 meter or 1,000 millimeter, or I can say 1 meter or 100 centimeters. So I can use different metric units to describe the same length. Okay, so let's see here. He's saying 1 meter equals 10 decimeter. Yes, it's right, because between meter and decimeter we have only one gap. Now, so each decimeter is what or what of a meter? Now he wants me to convert from decimeter to meter. Okay, guys, I will give you two important notes. So, from big to small, multiply. From small to big, divide. As you noticed in the last exercise, to convert from meter to millimeter, I multiplied by 1,000. How about if I want to convert from decimeter to meter? Look guys, going forward is multiply, going backward is dividing. So if I want to convert from decimeter to meter, if I have 1 decimeter, so from decimeter to meter I have only one gap, I have only one zero, so I'm gonna divide by 10. So I'm gonna say 1 divided 10 and I'm gonna write it as a fraction because we already know fraction means divide also. So decimeter is tenths or 0.1 of a meter. Okay, here meter and centimeter. 1 meter equals 100 centimeter. So each centimeter is 1 over 100 or 0.01